watching The Love Chat with David Hart, happening now, live. The Love Chat with David Hart.
Ayun mga kaibigan, magandang evening sa inyong lahat and welcome po sa another edition na naman ng ating The Love Chat with David Hart. And of course, it's going to be a very exciting night. Dahil nga syempre we are broadcasting live sa Canada. And hindi rin mawawala syempre yung sa Pinas dahil we are live din naman syempre sa Philippines ngayong oras na ito mga kaibigan. And if you guys are preparing for lunch ngayong weekend, Sabado sa Philippines, well, mag-enjoy lamang kayo habang kayo ay nagpe-prepare ng inyong pananghalian. Ayan mga kaibigan. Anyway, today is a very special show dahil makakasama natin ang mga kaibigan natin of course at kasama na natin sila noon. Si John Derrickson, si Michelle Quam, at ang ating isang special guest ni si Mayus Bermejo. But right now, we have Mr. John D., ang ating co-host for tonight's show and today's show naman sa Philippines. Welcome, John. Oy, si Michelle ang lumabas.
Hi, Michelle.
Hello. Ayan. Okay. O, ito si John muna, ha?
Hey,
ayun. Hindi natin na-set na naman kanina kaagad eh. Ayun. So, kumusta dyan? How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Good evening, everyone in Canada and, of course, broadcasting live from Cubao, Ibabaw. Hello.
Wow. Nice. Maganda ngayon. At kumusta ang weather dyan?
Not as warm as 5 weeks ago.
Okay.
So, better now.
Umuulan ba?
Yeah, showered early this morning.
Yan. Awesome. So thank you. I'll get back to you, John, ha?
All right, brother.
Sit tight and it's gonna be a fun show. And right now, mga kaibigan, let's all welcome ang kaibigan ko, klase ko ng college at frontliner. Palakpan natin ang ating nurse na kaibigan, itong si Michelle Quam. Hello to you. Sandali lamang. At medyo nagkakaroon tayo ng konting problema sa ating. Yeah, palakpan natin. Ayan. Hello, Michelle. How are you?
Good, I'm good.
Kumusta? Live na live mga kaibigan si Michelle sa Houston, Texas. So how's it going there in Houston?
Ayan, we're in COVID land. Number 3 na kami sa
Oo nga.
States. Yeah,
That's what I heard na tumataas, ano?
Yeah.
So anong mga steps nang ginagawa, especially as a frontliner?
Well, it's all the same thing. You know, wear a mask, wash your hands, sanitize, social distance. That's all we can do.
Oo nga,
proper
no?
PPE.
Tama. So thank you so much, Michelle, for joining us sa show na to.
You're welcome.
I really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
that. Okay, and I'll get back to you, ha? And right now, ito, special guest din mga kaibigan dahil nasurpresa ako actually and we're glad na makakasama natin siya. And ito po ang daughter naman ni Michelle Quam. And let's all welcome mga kaibigan, si Mayus Bermejo. Hello to you, Mayus. Hi!
Hello, how are you?
So how are you right now? So you're in Texas as well, right?
I'm in Houston with Mom.
Yeah.
I'm in the other room.
Yeah, in the other room, right? Siyempre kasi magkakaroon ng feedback pag ganyan. So how are you, Mayus? And what have you been doing lately?
So I just finished my first year of medical school. I had a short 10-day summer break, and I'm about to start my second year on Monday.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
I'm going back to Austin, Texas tomorrow morning.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So welcome to the show and we're
you
glad
for
that
having
you're joining us. Okay, so right now mga kaibigan, ayan, kumpleto na tayo and we have John right here.
There I am. Oh, there you
Yan, ganyan kasi ang live eh. Siyempre, hindi maiwasan may mga konting glitch. Ayan. Pero anyway, we are live now. And once again, you're with David Hart sa Love Chat na ito. At ngayon po ay we have our heartache of the day. At maya-maya yan ng konti. Ngayon muna, umpisahan natin. We have our question of the day. At ito yung ating tanong. Dapat ba? Okay, sandali ha. Ito, sige, ayan. Dapat bang ipagpilitan ang sarili mo sa taong ayaw na sa'yo? Okay. Michelle, parang may gusto ka nang sabihin dyan, ha? Parang gusto. Okay, go
Well, ako
ahead.
naman, first of all, syempre, di ba, kapag once na ayaw na sa'yo and gusto mo pa sa tao, you'll do everything or anything for that person to like you back. I'm sure na dati siguro, nagmamahalan kayong dalawa. And then something happened, maybe a third party, di ba? Or you grew apart, mga ganong eksena, di ba?
Nice.
Or may tawag dito, or basta gusto mo lang space, kung ako yan, lang inayawan na, I'll try my best to win him back, and of course, communication is the key, find out what happened, and kung talagang wala na, bakit ko ipagpapalitan yung sarili ko, diba? Yun yung sa
Tama.
akin, yun yung take ko
Bakit
dyan.
mo ipagsiksikan, ano?
Kaya yung sarili ko,
Talaga,
kung
parang
ayaw
move
na sa
na.
akin.
Eh, ano naman
Marami pa
reaction ni
dyan.
ano?
Marami pa dyan.
There's a lot of fish in the ocean, sabi nga, di ba? Ito.
Yeah.
Oh, how about you, Mayus? What can you say about it?
So this is just a joke. This is a Generation Z term, but we call those people who chase others who don't like them anymore simps. It's like, oh, you're a simp. Like, it's just like a funny term. That's the first thing I thought of. But no, there's almost 8 billion people in the world, and if they don't want you anymore, why waste your time? There's a lot more important things that you can shift your attention to fill that gap. And then I think the best relationships come when you're not looking for it. So I was yearning for someone who didn't love me anymore. It would suck, it would hurt, but I personally wouldn't chase after that person, because even if they do get back with you, it's not going to be the same, because it's unrequited love. So yeah.
Nice.
No thanks.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
yeah,
you,
maganda ano eh. Makita
Thank you,
natin yung
Matt.
perspective
Thank you, Matt.
ng generation. Sabi nga niya kanina, yung generation niya is in between yung millennials, right? And then yung Generation Z, yung Gen Z. Oh.
Zillennial.
Oh, pero pag dito sa Canada,
There's
Gen Z.
Zillennial.
Ayun, so sige. Ayan, ito naman si John. Ito. Gusto ko rin marinig yung perspective mo, bro.
That's really a difficult question to answer. If I'm going to base it on my personal experience, there was this girl. We went to elementary and high school together, and she went off to college. I didn't go to college, and I started visiting her at her school. I really didn't know her schedule, so it was more of, I wonder what time she'll get out of school. I waited for her. She thought I was stalking her. And that didn't sit well with her. And it did come as creepy. I was 17 years old. And the long and short of it was that she asked me to join her at a food court inside a mall. And then she told me very clearly, if you're still going to come to my school and wait for me, I'm going to make sure that my brothers are going to beat you black and blue. And I went like, okay, all right. So right after that, I cut off all communication, and that was that. On the other hand, I know of this particular couple. Well, they weren't a couple. They were actually really, really close friends. And after 5 or 6 years of being really, really close friends, the guy made a move. And the girl friend-zoned him. But when he was friend-zoned, he wasn't really her friend anymore. And it shocked him. It was like, we're just going to toss away the years of friendship just because I kind of hit on you. My intention, according to him, his intentions were clear. But nonetheless, they stopped talking after that. And there was nothing he could do.
Awesome. All right. Thank you sa take ninyo, and we have more to discuss in terms of, ito nga yung tanong natin, dapat ba bang ipagpilitan ang sarili mo sa taong ayaw na sa'yo? So, yung mga kaibigan natin dyan nanonood sa Facebook and YouTube, you can join us as well. You can comment kung ano mga reactions ninyo doon sa topic natin. So right now, are you guys ready for our heartache of the day? Hindi na natin patatagalin pa mga kaibigan. Here we go with the heartache of the day. Dear David Hart, itago niyo na lang po ako sa pangalang Gina. Ako po ay nakatira sa Quezon City, may asawa at 6 na taon na po kaming kasal. May mga anak na rin po kami at sa katunayan nga po ay 7 months pregnant po ako sa pang-4 namin. Kami po ay nakatira sa isang compound na kung saan ay nakatira din ang aking biyenan. Okay naman po ang relationship ko sa kanila noon, pero nagbago po ito nang palagi ko nang napapansin na lahat-lahat na lamang ng bagay ay ikinuwento na ng husband ko sa nanay niya. Sobra po ang closeness nilang mag-ina at lahat na lamang po ng galaw ng asawa ko ay kailangan pang ikonsulta sa kanya. Noong una po ay pinapalampas ko lamang ito pero habang tumatagal ay nagiging dahilan na po ito ng palagian naming pag-aaway. Pati mga anak po namin ay naaapektuhan na. Matagal ko na pong sinasabi sa asawa ko na umalis na lamang sa compound at lumipat na lamang kahit sa isang apartment at talagang mangupahan na lamang kami. Pero ang sabi po niya ay hindi pa namin kaya. Nahihirapan po talaga ako sa situation namin. Ano po kaya ang magandang gawin? Maraming salamat po sa pagbasa niyo sa sulat ko. More power to the love chat, Gina.
Meron ka bang problema sa puso? May hinaing, may kinikimkim. Ikaw ba ay nahihinaan ng loob? Isulat na yan kay David Hart sa djdavidhart@gmail.com para sa Heartache of the Day. Only on the Love Chat with David Hart.
Ayun! Malaman natin si Gina. Oy, bago ang lahat pasalamatan natin yung letter sender natin si Gina sa kanyang trust sa ating show at hopefully makapagbigay kami ng magandang advice para sa situation mo. Ayun. Anong masasabi nyo?
Thank you.
Okay, Mayus, go ahead.
Okay. Well, thank you, Gina, for sending us your question and trusting us to maybe give you some of our opinions and advice. Personally, so I think one of the biggest things that differentiates like a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship and a marriage is that when you do make that bond with someone in front of God or whoever you believe in, and you get married, that person becomes your not other half, because I don't like that term, but basically it's your partner, right? So before you get married, whoever your priorities are, your family, and then your goals, whatever. But when you get married, it's that partner. You're both now on the same team. It's not you and I, it's we. So I feel like what Gina is going through is really hard because you never want to hurt your mom or hurt your dad. You never want to offend them because they raised you. They came from you came from their womb. But at the same time, now that you have your own family, your family that is bonded by your marriage and your 4 kids, they become your first priority. And like I hope that I hope this for everybody. I hope that their parent, whenever you're married with someone, I hope that your parents fully support and understand that now your focus is now shifted to your own family and future that you're creating, and not the family that you were born into. Right. Nice. And so I feel like boundaries, Gina needs to have a conversation, like a heart-to-heart conversation with her husband, and really just lay it all on the table, and for Gina to really just lay out her feelings with not like attacking, right? Because that blurs the argument, and that blurs the argument, and her husband might take that as might put up a wall and just like defend himself. But if you're just really like, hey, this has been an issue, I feel this way about it, and I feel like for you to be my husband, my partner, and me being your wife, I feel like we need to set boundaries, because obviously this is what's happening. It's affecting our relationship. We've been fighting a lot about it. Some things don't need to concern your mom. It's affecting our kids, and we really need to sit down and come up with a plan. Not you versus me. It's us versus the problem. So that's my personal take on it. I don't know what she has personally done to address the situation. If she's actually sat down and had a heart-to-heart with her husband. But yeah, I feel like if you're going through it and you're married, like it has to be a we problem, not a you versus me problem. So
Awesome.
communication is super important.
I like that perspective. Nakakatuwa dahil yung generation natin, Michelle, John, and different generation ni Mayus, but still, yung sound advice ba regarding the situation, which is really, really nice. So, it's awesome.
Thank you.
Ayun, so ako muna, second, I agree with what you said na it has to be, it has to have like a heart-to-heart conversation with the husband. Kasi nga dahil in the first place, bakit ka nga ba nag-aasawa, di ba? So you tell that person, you trust that someone. So in the end, dapat meron kayong ugnayan, yung magandang communication. And malilihis naman ako dun sa sasabihin ko na in terms of bakit ka rin nag-asawa is dapat bubukod ka. Yun ang ano ko. You have to parang separate yourselves, including your husband and your kids para makapagsimula, di ba? We're not saying na lahat ng ganyan, lahat ng biyenan or mother-in-law ganun lahat. Hindi. Ako personally, I have a very nice mom-in-law. We love her so much. Hindi siya ganyan na very sweet siya. And ganun din naman yung mom ko sa towards my wife. Di ba? Parang iba-iba nga ng situation. Pero nga sabi nga niya, nasa isang compound sila. So siguro at the present situation parang mahirap. It's hard for Gina to separate themselves because of what's going on, di ba? Hindi naman niya in-reiterate eh. She didn't really tell us na sabi lang niya parang the husband said hindi pa nila kaya. So I would think na that's the budget, right? When it comes na para bumukod. Financially. So ang take ko doon is yun nga, have a heart-to-heart talk like what Mayu said, but at the same time, kaya ka nga rin nag-aasawa is you have to have your own lives na with your family and kids. Okay, yun. Okay, Michelle.
Yeah. So tawag doon, alam mo, mama's boy. Diba? Kasi nangyari sa akin yan eh. Actually, nung wala pa yung mami sa eksena, okay pa yung relationship namin, right? Pero nung dumating na yung mami, yung ganun, parang bago pa kami mag-usap, nakapag-usap na sila, may plans na. Diba? Parang hindi ako included and just telling me. For me, kung ako yung asawa ko, pag ako nagtatrabaho ako, pareho lang kami na kumikita, that's my take on it. Pareho kami na kumikita, I have to know kung anong what's going on. You're not just gonna bypass me. Like I'm your partner, I'm your wife, so I need to know. Sabi nga sa Bible, di ba? Ephesians chapter 5 verse 29. Therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and hold fast to his wife, and the two shall become one flesh. Di ba? So sa Biblia pa lang, alam mo, honor your father and mother, alam na natin yun. Yun is nasa one of the 10 commandments yan. Pero syempre, pag nag-asawa ka na, ang priority mo, sabi nga ni May, na yung asawa mo na. Diba? Kasi kayo na mag-partner eh. So you have to work as a team. Not, hindi yung separate na yung yung buhay niyo.
Tsaka sabi mo nga yung mag-asawa, dapat pareho kayo. You're equal.
Mag-asawa mag-asawa, you have to come, So, kapag once na gusto mo na kay Gina, yung, what do you call this, yung situation ni Gina, right, na gusto niyang magbukod, sabi hindi pa kaya. Syempre, they have to break down and talk about it kung ano yung hindi nila kaya. Example, kung sa financial or pag-aalaga ng bata, kasi sometimes, di ba, kailangan mo ng babysitter, wala silang babysitter, so you have to, you have to know kung ano yung mga needs nila. Kung ang needs is babysitter, kung talagang mahal nila yung mga apo nila, they will bend their back to help them out, kung gusto nila yon. Kung tingnan natin kung may trabaho ba si Gina, she has to set the budget para magkasya yung kinikita ng asawa niya kung siya lang nagtatrabaho. So kasi in general, hindi naman natin alam kung anong situation talaga. Pero in the end, ganun pa rin. Dapat na talaga na hindi ka na makipag-usap sa mami mo ng tungkol sa personal life ninyo kasi sa inyo yun eh. Buhay nyo yun, pag-usapan nyo mag-asawa.
And tama ka, ano ko yung I agree with what you said earlier na kailangan din siyempre yung respect. If the guy respects the wife, definitely he has to listen to the wife as well. Kasi ano yan ang relationship is sabi it takes two to tango, di ba? Dapat yung mutual respect at pareho kayo. Kaya nga kayo naging mag-partner na is because dahil meron kayong understanding and may respect sa isa't isa. And if the guy truly na parang value the relationship, gagawa rin siya ng paraan to sabi nga rin totoo yung happy wife, happy life.
Happy life, exactly.
O, di ba? Okay, John Derrickson.
That's right, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Well, Mayos and Michelle is absolutely correct. They should communicate. They should talk to each other. They should open up. But unfortunately, the culture, particularly in our country, if you live under my roof, it is my rules, my laws, my ways, no other way. My way or the highway. That's the biggest problem. The term mama's boy, well, absolutely not impossible. But and I have to say this out loud. He's a grown man. He should be making his own decisions. Apparently he's making his own decisions.
Yeah, totoo.
Have the cajones to actually make the decision. Come on, is this going to be good for my wife? Is this going to be good for my kids? Why do I have to constantly consult my mother? I'm an adult. I should be making decisions together with my wife. But apparently the guy is afraid. And apparently the guy has relied on his mother literally all his life to that point. I live in the same compound as my mother. Mom's across the street. I got a little scuffle with my wife. I have a little problem at work. I'm going to tell mom everything. Mom knows best. And that's not always true. It's always great to consult an elder, but to constantly listen to that elder and only follow the words of that particular elder, it's not going to sit well with the person you should really be consulting. You should really listen to your spouse. This is the reason why you're married. It's because you decided to share your life, not become, well, right now, the wife, Gina's just being, okay, you're there, but mom knows best. You're my best. No, mom's my best friend. Should I? Nah, mom knows everything. Mom doesn't know everything. Mom's learning too. And right now, as a couple, you should work things out. As I've said, and you should keep that line of communication open. Besides, there's no point in being in this relationship if you're not going to be in the relationship. So there's no point. That's my opinion.
Awesome. Nice. Ako.
Sure.
Mga kaibigan, kung if you're watching na meron kayong mga ganong situation or may kilala kayo, i-comment na yan dito and we would like to know or hear yung thoughts ninyo about the situation. Ayan, so okay, yung heart take of the day medyo isasantabi muna natin and let's go back to the question of the day, which is, dapat pa bang ipagpilitan ang sarili mo sa taong ayaw na sa'yo? So, I will give my take on that. I would say it depends sa akin, ha? Ganito ang situation. It depends na parang wag ka kaagad mag-give up. Like yung sinabi mo, Mitch, di ba? Parang you try still, right? Wag ka agad mag-give up. Pero to the point na hindi ka naman nagmumukhang tanga. Di ba? Hindi yung parang harap-harapan. Parang yun nga, binabaliwala ka na talaga. Wala nang respect doon. Pero kung nakikita mo naman na parang yung isa medyo konting space lang ang kinakailangan, edi ibigay mo sa kanya yung space na yon. And eventually baka ma-realize later on na, uy, ganito pala, I miss my husband or my wife or partner, di ba? And it might, yung situation is mas maging okay. Pero yun nga, wag pag harap-harapan ng parang hindi naman nag-cheat, no? Parang may pinapakita ng ibang bagay, di ba? Na wala ka na talaga sa picture. You're really out of the picture. I think it's really time to move on na from that situation. Ayun.
Yeah.
So any more additional if
Do you want to comment on that, Mai?
Okay, Mayus.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it really does depend on the situation. So it's different if you're just friends with, if this is just someone who's a friend. It's different if this is someone you've been, and it's also different if you're married. So I would say if for example you're married, I think that would be a good time to again communicate and see where each person stands. If a counselor could be helpful if both people are willing to work on it, and the feelings just aren't there. Because I mean, love isn't just a feeling; it's a decision that you make every day. So for example, if you're married with someone and your husband or your wife doesn't love you anymore, it could just be that the chemistry is not there. It needs to be rekindled. You can go to a marriage counselor and work it out if it's not working out between the two of you. But yeah, it's definitely different if it's a marriage, because I mean, a marriage, you're committing to someone for the rest of your life, and you made your vows. But if it's like your boyfriend or girlfriend, you have to ask why this happened or that happened. And I agree with what you said.
Yeah, medyo na wawala si Mayus.
Where you
Yeah.
also, and there were no vows. Nawala na ako. Am I here? Can you hear me?
Yeah. You still there?
Oh
Yeah.
yes, I'm still here. So I was saying, if it's a relationship where there's no ring involved, there's no like marriage, there's no sign, there's no signature where you said that you said your vows or anything, then that there comes a point where you're like, maybe I really need to let them go, and if they were really meant to be for me, they'll come back. And if this is someone who is a friend who you did not have any commitment to, that's also a different story. If the person you're chasing really doesn't want you and you clearly can't see that, then that's something that you need to confront with yourself. And it's easier for that person to be like, I need to focus on someone else. They clearly don't want me. That's when you can say, there's 8 billion other people in the world. Like, I need to, focus on myself and like not be so worried and stressed out about this person that I can't clearly see what's happening in front of me. So I guess it is different with depending on the situation.
Nice. Yung sinabi mo nga kanina na baka it might be the chemistry na nawawala, right? So, follow up to that question. Ano ba yung mga sa tingin nyo na what are the causes? Yung mga bakit nagli-lead sa ayaw mo na or ayaw na sa'yo? And then, ito nga ang tanong na bakit ipagsiksikan mo ang sarili mo? Ano pa mga ibang causes dyan na nakikita natin? Aside from, siguro nga, yung sabi ni Mayos, yung chemistry, or baka nagsawa na bigla, di ba?
Or individual differences.
Yan.
Yeah. Kasi sometimes, di ba, kung example, kahit mag-boyfriend-girlfriend lang kayo or mag-asawa, kung hindi pa kayo tumitira sa isang bubong, kung halimbawa, boyfriend-girlfriend kayo, sometimes parang, di ba, blindsided ka, parang, in love ako sa tao na to. Talagang marinig lang, maamoy mo lang o marinig mo lang yung boses na parang kinikilig ka masyado. Oh my gosh, ganon, di ba? Tapos
I like that.
makita mo na siya kung sino siya, magsasama na kayo, eto na.
Yan na.
Or mag-live-in kayo, makita mo na siya, burara, makita mo na siya, hindi parang ang daming mga negatives na nakikita at hindi mo kayang i-take.
Oo, ayun.
So,
parang nagulat ka, di ba?
Tapos sabihin niya tapos ikaw naman, career woman ka, tapos siya parang gusto lang niya, alam mo yun, yung pabanjing-banjing lang, ox lang siya, anong pagkain dyan? Yung mga gano'n. Nalilimuto ka na ba dyan? Samantala ikaw, nag-i-house mag-work, parang, okay. Ano na ngayon?
Freeloader ba to?
Diba? Parang gano'n, diba? Yung parang masyadong goal-oriented ka and then yung partner mo parang kulang, walang pakialam. Parang, first na-realize mo na, my gosh, I don't think I can live with this. Parang,
yan na.
mawawala yung love mo. Sabi nga ni Mike, love is not something na nag-stay doon. You have to work hard for it.
Yes.
It's a decision. Kailangan nurture it. In order for it to last. Kahit na mag-asawa kayo ngayon. Kasi lahat naman tayo mag-asawa kayo 10 years from now, para na lang kayo magkapatid.
Oo.
Parang maybe alam mo talaga na
Napuputol ka, bitch.
diba?
Oo nga, tama yung sinabi mo kasi habang tumatagal, di ba, mas lalo yung nakikilala yung sarili mo ng isa't isa, right? Ayan.
Narinig niyo ako?
Kayo.
Wala ka kanina. Nag-pros. It's okay. Maganda yung take mo. Okay lang. Yeah, yun nga. Yung, sabi mo nga kanina na habang tumatagal nga, di ba?
So,
siguro. Okay, go ahead.
Tapos,
Mitch.
kahit na konting bagay lang yun. Like, you want to, yung mga hobbies mo, gusto mo na, lang outdoorsy ka, di ba? Yung partner mo, gusto lang homebody. Siguro, minsan, okay lang yun, di ba? Parang ayaw niya na, dito lang ako gusto mo lumabas ka. Pero syempre, ikaw naman, kung ikaw naman gusto mo na, gusto rin niya, kung ano yung gusto mo, gusto niya rin. Alam mo yon, mag-enjoy din siya kasi pareho kayo You're a team. So, magbigyan mo siya pagbigyan mo siya, pagbigyan ka din niya. It's a two-way street, di ba? Ganon dapat. Pero, syempre, kapag ganon ng ganon, talagang mag-fall apart kayo.
Oo nga, kailangan talaga yun. Siyempre, yung una din, nandun yung understanding, di ba? At dapat handa ka. Kasi nga, sabi mo kanina, yung nagkakilala pa lang, boyfriend, girlfriend, nagsama na sa isang bubong. And doon mo naman, kasi doon mo sabi nga doon makikilala pag nagsama na kayo, ang ugali ng isa't isa. Ayun. Any additional take dyan, John D?
Wow. To tell you the truth, Michelle said a lot. She hit all the right points.
Yeah. That's true.
Right
Miss, ang ganda ng sinabi niya, may scenario pa
Diba? She's talking from her point of view and apparently from life experience as well.
Yeah, you got that right.
I like the words he used, burara.
Yeah. Maraming mga negative, stuff, di ba?
I can't take anybody who's messy either. But anyways, well, to shun somebody, and if you were friends and then all of a sudden you aren't anymore, as I've said a while ago, that a friend of mine made a move on his longtime friend, and all of a sudden the girl doesn't want anything to do with him anymore. I think that's unfair. I really think that's unfair. I really think that, like Mayas did say a while ago, it's all about communication. Oh, come on, we can't just cut it off from here just because I like you. Now, if we can't be together romantically, then maybe we can just continue the friendship that we have now. And if you're just going to toss that all away because you're uncomfortable, it wasn't like my friend was doing something creepy or crazy. Not like me stalking my elementary high school classmate. But, and I really wasn't stalking her. I just didn't know what time her schedule was. But anyways, so for me, it's, once again, it will really depend on the situation. Now, if you're doing something crazy or you're doing something obnoxious, or you're doing something just plain, oh my goodness, if you're just a stalker, just get away from me. You know? Because I did have a friend 11 years ago, and it got really strange 4 or 5 months into the friendship. And she started telling other people some crazy story that she was on the brink of saying yes to me. And it all culminated to, he kissed me on the beach. And I went like, I kissed her on the beach. I was nowhere near the beach when she told that story. So that's when I made that conscious decision that I didn't want to talk to her anymore. But I didn't tell her straight up. But when she reached out to me a few months later, I told her the problem. And though our friendship would never be as close as it was before, we were still friends after. Every time we would see each other, it would be hi, hello. I never cut her off completely. Until now, we're still talking. And I must admit, yeah, she's still a little strange to me. But I love her nonetheless.
Nice. Go ahead, Mayus.
Can I be devil's advocate?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, so with your friend that, you know, that she basically ghosted or cut off from her life. I mean, like, I guess like you never really know someone's story or like personal experiences. And I don't know if you got both sides of the story, but there's always 3 sides to the story, right? There's his side, her side, and the truth. And for example, maybe this has happened to her before and she just doesn't want to deal with that anymore, or she's at a time in her life where she didn't have any space for drama and she just wanted to focus on herself. I mean, there's a lot of different aspects to it, but like I understand what you said, that it is unfair that they were so close, and then just because he liked her, like she like completely cut him off and it wasn't the same anymore. Like I understand like that may seem unfair, but at the same time it's like it's well in her right to do what she thinks is best for her. And yeah, so that's just my take on it, because you just never know someone's side of the story and what they've been through or what they have seen their friends and family go through, and that could have all culminated into this decision where the only thing you see is, oh, they've been friends for a while, he said he like hit on her and she didn't like it anymore, and that's it, she cut her off. I mean, there's layers to it, you know. I think we only see the peak of it, but then like there's a lot of things that could have led her to that decision ultimately. So that's just my take on it.
Nice. Ayan, ako mga kaibigan. Magandang usapan to.
Ang galing-galing.
Ayan, maganda din. Yung take mo, Mai. So proud mama right here. Ayan, ako. Imbitahin natin muna yung mga friends natin dyan na nakikinig na if you have anything to say dun sa ating question of the day, dapat bang ipagsiksikan o ipagpilitan ang sarili mo sa taong ayaw na sa'yo? Ayun, magandang usapan to mga kaibigan. And right now, before we go back to our heartache of the day, letter sender na si Gina, but greet muna tayo ha. We would like to say hello dun sa classmate natin Mitch, si Sharon. Ayan, makadangdang. Gila, ayan, nakikinig siya. Thank you so much for, or should I say watching siya. Thank you so much for watching. And lahat po ng mga kaibigan din natin sa Facebook and YouTube na nakikinig sa mga oras ito. At kumakaway daw si Georgie De Leon. Kumakaway siya. Ayan, hello sa iyo, Georgie. Si Ate Phoebe naman ng Florida, pati si Kuya Jel. Hello sa inyo dyan. sa Philippines. And meron ba kayong mga greetings dyan before we move on to Gina?
Hello, thanks for watching. This is so fun.
Yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying Mayus. So, any shout outs? Oh, if you have friends who are maybe like watching right now, you can greet them, or maybe si Michelle. Meron ka ba mga greetings ba dyan, Michelle?
Hey, Shawi! Kumusta ang Chicago?
Yan, oo nga. Uy, sana magkaroon tayo ng next reunion, ano? It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
And
mga frontliners dyan, ingat kayo. Sila Ian, sila Randy Miao, you know, si Kata, si Jing, si Grace, you know, lahat, si Princess, you know, yun lang yung mga kilala kong, mga nurses. I mean, syempre sila Lot, sila Teresa, parang din yata si Bobit pala sa Kasiron. You know, kung may mga nakalimutan ako, sorry, pasensya na. Pero ingat, and God bless.
sa next show, maybe, pwede nating ilista yan at batiin ulit. Oh, yeah. Oh, John Derrickson, meron ka mga greetings pa dyan before we move on to Gina's love problem.
The usual suspects. It's true what they say. The older you get, the smaller circle of friends you have. So,
bakit ba? Dahil nasa bahay lang muna tayo ngayon. Oo nga.
Yeah, so hello to Carlo, to Mira, to Randy, to Elton. Hello to Eliza, who's watching right now. Hello to Justin. Hello once again to my brother, my sister-in-law, Wella, to my sister, Verna May. And of course, hello, to the guys over at the group chat called For Adults Only. Let's not go there. And that's about it for now. That's all I can remember from the top of my head.
Uy, ano pala ha? Happy birthday pala sa aking fur baby. Ang fur baby namin ng wifey ko, si Mochi. Ang aming Shih Tzu doggy boy. Ayan, happy birthday. 8 years old na siya ngayon. So, parang kaedad ko na siya sa human years. Ayun, so lahat po ng mga nag-celebrate ng birthday sila ngayon. Happy birthday, and we have more to come. Uy, ayan. And sana pala, nung Father's Day, nag-enjoy lahat kayo, yung mga, syempre, yung husband, o, di ba, tatay, uncle, lahat, yan. Nag-enjoy lahat ng mga kaibigan natin, mga tatay. So, ayun mga kaibigan, right now we are still live para sa inyong lahat ang The Love Chat. And yun nga, we are back right now dun sa ating topic kanina. Yung ating letter sender na si Gina, medyo namang problema dahil daw sa kanyang mom-in-law, masyado na i-involve doon sa kanilang situation na pati daw lahat na lang ng galaw ng husband niya pinapaalam at lahat na lang kinukonsulta sa mom-in-law. So, ayun. So, what can you say? Any additional things or advices para kay Gina?
To tell you the truth, to the husband of Gina, dear husband, get out. Get out together with your wife and your 14. Live on your own, make your own decisions. And if you really need to consult your mom, there is such a thing called as a mobile phone. So you could use that, but only on the really big, important decisions. Now, if you're going to tell your mom, Mom, I had a little argument with my wife. Mom, my wife doesn't like the following. Mom, my second child is beginning to get on my nerves. You know what? Just talk to your wife. This is the reason why you're married. Now, if you would really like to live that kind of life, let's get a DeLorean, go back in time, and make sure that you are single for the rest of your life. Then you can consult your mother until you're 70.
That's a good one, man. I like what you said, man.
O, di ba? Asawahin mo ang nanay mo. Diyan ka na. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Ganun, parang ganun ba? Hindi sa akin, tama yung sinabi ni John I think baby steps, kumbaga. Di ba? Kung sabi, let's say, hindi pa niya kaya. Halimbawa, totoo yung sinasabi niya, hindi pa natin kaya kasi walang budget o kung ano man. So, pero dapat makikipakita mo sa wife mo na gumagawa ka ng paraan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ang first step doon din ay i-distance mo. Hindi naman natin sasabihin wag mo lang mahalin yung mom-in-law mo. Ibig sabihin, i-distance mo lang. Try to keep yung mga information na dapat sa inyo mag-asawa lang to yourselves, di ba? And talk things out with your wife pa rin. And siguro from there, step 1, it will lead to good things na eventually makakayanan nilang dalawa na humiwalay nga at umalis sa compound na yun together with their kids, di ba? Yun ang mismong take ko doon. So, any more Mayus?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Michelle.
Yeah. Dapat kasi ang kung ako lang din dapat strong ka din. You know, makita ng asawa mo yun na this is my rule, you have to follow. Kung hindi, sige, maghiwalay na tayo. Alam mo yun, sometimes kung ultimatum, bigyan mo siya ng ganyan, siguro magising din siya. Oh my gosh, talagang seryoso na to Alam mo yung ganun. You know, kasi talagang you laid all sa table and tell him, okay, this is what I want to do. You know, this is what we have to do. You know, these are the steps we need to do in order for us to, you know, to live on our own, or kung ano man yung goals niyo na gusto niyo ma-attain na kayong dalawa lang para hindi na kayo ma-attach dun sa parents ng babae or ng lalaki. You know, kailangan talaga strong ka din Kasi pag nakita ka ng lalaki na weak, minsan parang they take advantage of you. You know? Kasi hindi ako pwedeng ipag-take advantage. I'll get even.
Yan po, mga kaibigan, si Michelle. Ganyan yan. Kaya na, Michelle. Matakot na silang lahat. Di ba? Pero tama yung sinabi mo, di ba? Ako, itong ultimate advice ko rin kay Gina, I would say na tama, kausapin mo talaga tong husband mo. Ultimatum na sinabi ni Michelle, but ultimatum in the sense na walang physical na pananakit, di ba?
Naman, naman.
Yung nandun pa rin yung respect sa husband mo. Kasi nakaka-relate tayo kay Gina kasi siguro, syempre, kung mahirap din nga talaga sa situation nila, di ba? Na nasa situation niya ngayon dahil parang ano ba tayo? Mag-asawa tayo pero we can't decide on our own.
Yeah.
Parang, okay, sige, sabihin na natin na hindi pa natin kaya humiwalay. Pero, yung the fact na kakausapin mo yung mom mo regarding dun sa dapat ako yung kinakausap mo, parang iba yon, di ba? Dapat,
yeah. I was gonna say that.
Okay, sige.
Okay, tell him.
Go ahead, Mayus.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say, his response being hindi pa kaya, that has nothing to do with him consulting his mom before his wife. That's a separate issue. Like he doesn't have to consult her with everything, with all the decisions. He doesn't have to overshare his personal life and relationship with his wife to his mom. That has nothing to do with her mom or his mom babysitting their kids, if that's what what their situation is. So I would say mom has a really good point of, Gina, like you have to stay strong and really communicate to your husband in the way for him to take you seriously, but also for you to just honest with the issue and how it's you. And you have to think about it and set expectations. So because you can't just be like, I don't like this. I'm complaining, because then that's complaining, right? But if you come forward with your issue, how you feel about
solutions,
it, and then come with your expectations and boundaries,
and
then
solutions,
then you open the table up for conversation, to make not to make your own solutions, but to make a solution with your husband. To come up with a solution with your husband, and also also in that solution, then you can be like, this is how we can address your mom, and this is how we can still keep her, close with you, and still foster that relationship with your mom, but in a way that there are boundaries. So it also depends, like, is his mom forcing him to do this? Does she respect the relationship? Because sometimes there are also moms.
There's a lot. Yeah.
You know, that
Momzilas.
are like, you know, over your, you know what I mean? Like who
Yeah.
are trying to manipulate their
Overprotective or something like
kids.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that
So-
to think about too. And
there's a big tendency for a mom to do
if
that.
it's really
For a mom to do
just
that.
her husband, if it's really just her husband, you know, that'll be an easy conversation to bring up with the mom later on once they've figured out, you know, together. But if it's the mom, then that's if the mom is part of the problem, that's a different. You have to approach that differently too, so you're not disrespecting the mom and the husband and the relationship, etc. But it comes down to just being Gina and her husband first. Oh, that's my dog.
Nice. What's the name?
Cocoa Puff.
Cocoa Puff. Wow.
Cocoa Puff.
I like that.
Yeah.
Hi, Cocoa Puff.
Hello. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
He's 8 months old.
Oh.
Oh,
Puppy still, huh?
Baby. Yeah. But he's
Nice.
gonna be this small. Yeah.
Wow.
He's a cute little fluffy baby. I named him after my favorite cereal. as a
Does
kid.
does he like to eat a
Cocoa
lot?
Puff.
My
He eats a
dog,
lot.
he wants to he eats a lot, right? He's
Yeah,
like
I
when
know.
you're eating and then lagi
didn't
nakaabang.
want me.
Ganun.
Mom didn't want me to have a dog, but now she spoils him. So she gives him, she gives him food. She's always like, oh,
Awesome. Ayun, thank you sa take mo. Yeah, I know, right? Lahat binibigay. So,
I know.
ano namang advice ito? Halimbawa, nabigay natin advice natin kay Gina. Ito naman, anong advice nyo sa biyanan, sa mom? Michelle, ano masasabi mo?
Get out of my way. Hindi. No. Kasi sa akin,
Sino yan? As you, Gina, or as the guy, the husband?
no, ako si Gina.
Ah, okay. Yun, sige.
Yeah, ako si Gina. Kakausapin ko yung mother-in-law ko. Sabihin ko sa kanya na may asawa na yung anak niya. You know, kailangan respetuhin niya ako. Respetuhin niya yung relasyon namin. You know, ganon. Stay out of kung ano yung decision namin. Don't interfere with it. You
Pag sinabi ng mom, hindi, Michelle, mahal ko yung anak ko. Dapat kasama ko siya lagi. Ano?
Nakakaloka yun. Oh my God.
Nakakaloka. Ayun, John Derrickson.
Wow. Obviously, it's a very complicated situation. I'm pretty
I know, right?
sure the wife can confront Mother Dearest because Mother Dearest is probably a dragon. And
Well,
you know what?
again,
No, I'm not saying that Gina can't fight back. I'm pretty sure that Gina can, but maybe Gina wants to keep the peace, most especially now that she has her fourth child. She's 7 months pregnant. She's got 3 kids already. Mayas did point out that maybe the mother-in-law is taking care of the kids, and maybe we do need mother-in-law, to babysit the kids. Husband is working. I can't currently work because I'm still pregnant and all that. So it's a fairly complicated situation. But the only real way that peace can be achieved, aside from communicating, of course, the husband and wife talking amongst themselves, is that they should just really move out. And you can give me 10,000 reasons. We don't have the budget.
yeah, if there's a will, there's a there's a will, there's a way.
There is a will. There will always be a way. And the classic line, kung ayaw, maraming dahilan.
Exactly.
Yan. Pag gusto,
Absolutely.
maraming paraan. Diba?
Diba? And I'm pretty sure the mother of the husband is saying, "No, don't leave. You can't do it. You gotta listen to me, anak. This is not gonna work out for you. Stay here. I'll take care of everything." And maybe they're dependent on the mother-in-law for a few other things, but still, they should develop the courage to leave, to live away from the compound, at least 2 hours away from the compound.
Yeah. Or even a different city or province or state, di ba? Kung halimbawa sa...
Naman probinsya, pero anyways,
Yeah.
they should be independent. I think that's the key there. They should be husband and wife, not husband, wife, and mother
And
dragon.
mom. Yeah.
And sana rin ma-realize din ng mom-in-law kung gaano yung effect na nabibigay niya of interfering with their relationship,
Mama
right?
bear.
Yeah. O, di ba? Parang, at the end of the day, kung madadala sa magandang usapan, di mas maganda, right?
Yeah.
Pero gaya nga sabi ni John, it's better na,
Pero may hangganan.
yan, mag-move out. Sige, Mitch.
Yun, may hangganan.
Ano pa? Ang ganda. Nakaka-relate ka ba dyan, Mitch? Di ba sabi mo dati?
Oo.
Ang galing. Thank you for sharing that.
Pasensya talaga ako kung kaya ko pa. Pag hindi, OMG.
OMG na. Pero at the end of the day din, na naging maayos, di ba? Oh, di ba? Kaya sabi nga, sisigunduhan natin yung sinabi ni Jan na kailangan talaga nilang humiwalay. Kasi kung isipin mo bakit nga, di ba? Kaya nga nagpamilya eh. Di ba?
Exactly.
Pero it doesn't mean naman na wala kang respect na dun sa parents nung husband mo or nung wife mo.
Yeah, that's out
It's
of
just that
equation.
na let us have our own decision. Di ba? Ganon na we want to, parang nag-drive yan eh. We want to drive our path to whatever, like success, kung ano man. Di ba? And kung mahal talaga siya nung mom niya, it eventually, mare-respect niya yung decision na ginawa ng family niya, di ba? Yun.
Yeah, it's just a matter of mutual respect, Kailangan lang niya kasi kung wala siyang respeto kay Gina, kaya niya nagagawa yun or masyado niyang love yung son niya. I mean, di ba? Ganun naman.
Ayos. Maganda usapan ng mga kaibigan. Kaya Gina, ha? Ayan, salamat again sa iyong sulat. And I hope na natulungan ka namin kahit paano. Pero babalikan namin yung iyong love problem. And right now, let's go back. Ito yung parang, ano ba yung masasabi natin pa regarding naman dun sa isang question of the day natin. Kung dapat pa bang ipagsiksikan o ipagpilitan ang sarili mo? Ayan. Kung ayaw na sa'yo. Diba? Sinabi mo, Michelle, kanina na yung tinanong kita na ano pa bang mga dahilan kung bakit nangyayari yon. Siguro nga, nagsasawa. Sabi ni Mayos kanina, either hindi na nag-work yung chemistry or sabi mo nga, baka buraran. Nung nagsama na sila sa isang bubong, na-realize mo na, uy, iba pala to. Hindi ko pala kayang makideal sa ganitong tao, di ba? Pero ako nga, ang sasabihin ko naman dyan is, in the first place, naging mag-partner kayo, mag-boyfriend-girlfriend, ibig sabihin may mutual understanding kayo. So, mas mag-lead pa rin yan sa magandang communication. Kung sabi mo kung ano yung ayaw mo, di ba? Ipaliwanag mo sa kanya and vice versa. Ipapaliwanag din sa'yo nung isa yung ayaw naman niya. And then, magkaroon kayo ng mas magandang ugnayan. And eventually, mas maayos yung relationship ninyo. Di ba? It will lead to a better relationship in the end. Yan. Mayus, meron pa?
I was just gonna say it could also be because of broken trust. That's also a thing, once trust is broken, it's like a broken plate. You can glue it back together, but it's never really going to be the same. So that could be another reason. Trying to think other reasons for why someone might just fall in love or fall out of love with someone and not want them anymore. But yeah, really all comes down to communication and trying, but then setting a boundary for how much you try, and it depends on the situation. If you're boyfriend and girlfriend, if you're just friends, if you're just a stalker, or if you're married. So, yeah.
John. Yeah. Michelle, sige.
Yeah. Saka pag diba, ang mag-asawa, pag may anak na sila, sometimes parang nagko-concentrate tayo masyado sa mga kids and no time for walang time for each other. Dapat meron pa ring date night, kung ano yung ginagawa niyo dati, dapat ganun pa din kayo, kasi ang madali lang ma-sidetrack na laging bata, 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 and then nakalimutan niyo ng isa't isa, kaya kailangan din dapat na meron kayong time.
Tama.
Find
Hindi,
time.
hindi mawawala dapat yun.
Hindi dapat mawawala yun.
Although,
Some
syempre nga,
people-
okay, go ahead. Mayus.
I was gonna say, yeah, a lot of people tend to forget, or a lot of couples, they forget that the first person, because you can ask any couple, like what's the number one priority in your life, and they say, oh, our kids, but really it shouldn't be your kids, it should be your partner, because you're now married and you're now a team, so whatever.
Yeah, you're
affects you
building a
affects
family together.
the other, right? Yeah, and your kids, you're raising them for 18 years, 20 years, whatever, and you're gonna be in their life, but they're gonna also build their own life, in the future. But the person who you're beside is still gonna be your partner. So yeah, like Mom said, it's really easy to get sidetracked with work, with kids, but I feel like the number one priority should be when you're married and there's a ring on your finger and you've said all these vows. It should be your partner.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Good take on the question, ano? And John D, dapat ba bang ipagpilitan ang sarili kung ayaw na sa'yo, di ba?
I am friends literally with all my exes. All of them. They're still all my friends. I've never been married. I don't have kids. But they're all my friends for a reason. It's because we all started out as friends before we went into that romantic relationship. And of course, it didn't work out. Or you were just way too young to know what love truly is. So anyways, but as I've said before, it really depends on the situation. If you start from that point of friendship and you basically you try to pursue this individual for a romantic link and it doesn't work out, maybe you can talk about it. But my advice to the girl who cut off my friend, don't always listen to your friends, because maybe you should talk to him, and I think it's time. It's been 3 years after all. And he's still really hurting, to tell you the truth. He really is. That being said, you know what you're doing. And if you don't want to, that's all right. But I just want
closure.
Yeah. Yes, you're right. To have closure. My goodness, that will be a topic for a different day. But anyway.
Yeah. That's a good one, right? Yeah.
To have closure. If not closure, maybe a continuance. But don't maybe a continuance of the friendship, but not completely just toss 6 years off. And besides, I know both of them very well, and I do know that they had a really good thing going. And to my male friend, ikaw kasi you came in too strong. Ginulat mo yung tao.
Yan. Nako.
So there, that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah. Anyway, wow. Before we go, ito yung masasabi ko kay Gina, ano? Again, thank you Gina for writing the letter dahil you trusted us with your situation, and we're really hoping na nakapagbigay kami ng any advice lang na mula sa puso namin na sa tingin namin tama, di ba? So, ang pinaka-advice ko nga kay is mag-move out na kayo dyan and still talk things out with your husband. And see to it na magiging harmonious pa rin yung relationship niyo. Kasi baka nagkalamat because of that, right?
Yes.
O, di ba? Pero yun nga, nagkaroon ng lamat yung relationship niyo, pero we wish you the best na sana maayos lahat. And yun nga, move out na and talk things out with your husband. And sa husband naman, grow up, man. Yeah. You have to have your own decisions na sa buhay dahil parang syempre sinasabi natin ang ang lalaki or kung sino man ang padre de pamilya, ang babae pwede rin madre de pamilya, di ba? Pantay-pantay na yan eh. So, kumbaga, kaya kayong dalawa nag-asawa dahil you're a team. Sabi ni Mayus din kanina, you're a team and you share one goal. Di ba? For you to have a family, a good family and a harmonious relationship. So, that's my take, Gina. So, yeah. So, any more addition to Gina's love problem, Michelle?
Ako, final word, know your worth.
Yun. I like that.
Yep.
So,
Know your worth.
3 words yun, Michelle. Know your worth.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, Mayus.
Just to add on to that, know your worth and add tax.
Tax. Ano, sa Texas ba 6.5 o 7?
Okay, can you elaborate the ad tax?
Can you elaborate? Sige.
Yeah.
Hindi ko na gets. Slow ako. Joke lang.
Statement.
Yeah, no, I'm just, there are two things certain in life, death and taxes, right? So, it's just, it's good to know your worth, but then also to have someone understand and really value you, that they're willing to go that extra step to really listen to you and really understand where you're coming from. That's just what it means, that little extra.
Nice.
Because if you're in a marriage, this is your partner, and like if you've been married for that long, I'm sure you've overcome many obstacles together, and that always requires that little extra effort. So because know your worth, that's bare minimum. But you're a partner. You're. This is a partnership. You're supposed to be each other's number one priority. So
Nice.
you being just willing to go the extra mile for each other.
Yeah, good thing you explained kasi when it comes to tax, naguguluhan ako dyan. Takot na kami dyan. Yan ang pinakamagulo pagdating ng second quarter. Di ba, Michelle? Okay. Anyway. Jan D.
To Gina, talk to him and just have a nice, clean sit down with him. And if he still doesn't listen to you, I have 4 words for you. Put your foot down.
Oh yeah, I counted that one. 4 words, bro.
You gotta. He's gotta listen to you one way or another, because this is not going to work.
Yeah.
And and to the husband of Gina, as me and David said, for goodness sake, grow up, brother.
Yeah, totoo. That's good. Wow. Anyway, awesome, guys. Thank you so much for your take for this show. And any more greetings before we go?
Shout out to all the frontline workers and people working in grocery stores, people who clean, people who put their lives out, risk their lives,
Nice. Awesome. And then we salute them, right? They're doing the best job ever, because they're helping us, everyone, to get through with this
everyone who
situation.
listen.
Ayan. So, and before we go, I'd like to thank si DJ John Barros, si Big Pusher, for sharing the video sa ELSM page. Ayan. And abangan nyo kami dyan next time. Baka sakaling tayo ulit, mag-board para sa ELSM radio show. Anyway, maraming salamat, Michelle. Thank you so much for gracing the show, of course. You are welcome to join us anytime. And to Mayus as well. It was a big surprise and we're so glad na naka-join ka sa amin ngayon for this show too. And my good friend, as always, thank you so much. Yes, of course. Thank you so much. Jan D, as always.
It is
Sana-
always a pleasure, kind sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And sa lahat ng mga nag-tune in sa Facebook and YouTube, maraming salamat po. Until next time mga kaibigan, sana'y natulungan natin si Gina at dun sa mga kaibigan natin nakaka-relate din sa ganong situation. Maraming salamat po. This has been David Hart. Goodbye for now.